Oh, that's okay. Hey everyone, welcome to the Inspired Cafe. My name is Tasha Henry, and today we have a special guest. I am so excited to introduce Natasha Cannon from Cannon Photography. And we met a few years ago on a project that I was acting on called Burdens of the Father. And her wonderful husband and awesome son were there taking the promotional shots. So today we're gonna just take some time and talk to a creative professional, and hopefully this conversation will be really inspiring to you guys and really encouraging on your creative journey. So thank you, Tasha, so much for coming on to the Inspired Cafe today.
You're welcome. This is cool.
Yes. And I have to just give it like a quadruple million thank you, because Tasha is joining us today only days before giving birth. That is how awesome she is. She is a super mama.
Oh, you're so cool.
Let me tell you about this woman and all of her awesomeness. So actually, I'm going to ask her some questions so you guys can find out about her and her family and what they're doing. Nice. And what she's getting ready to do. So Tasha, could you just introduce yourself and what you do as a creative professional?
Oh, goodness. This is always fun to say. I don't know what I do. No, I'm just playing. I am, like you said, I'll start with the cool title first. I am a wife, a mom of soon to be 7. Oh,
woo!
I know. It's like, seriously, I feel like I'm like in 1960s, but mom of 7, and also one of the shooters of Cannon Styled Imagery, which is a photography company here in Indianapolis, Indiana. We do travel. We like to travel. We primarily do weddings, but we are still open to everything, family and stuff, but we kind of have moved, since we met last, we've kind of moved more towards primarily weddings and engagement and couple sessions and stuff like that. So I think, I'm trying to think, I think when we met last too, I don't think my husband was as active either with the company. So it might be because of him. I think when we joined together, I think we kind of more gravitated towards the wedding photography and couples, because it's kind of more of like what we attract. And then obviously because we have a family, we get those family requests. Because they think
so your family is kind of playing a part in the type of client that you're attracting.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, which is kind of cool because people, it's fun because we turn away a lot of stuff. Well, I turn away a lot of stuff, like, for example, newborn and baby stuff. Because people think because we have children that's something that we're good at. And I'm like, no, that takes a whole nother superpower all in its own. I'm like, you should see us try to get our family together for a picture. Not successful. It's like, so we kind of like, it's kind of hard. So like what we do is if we've done a family or if we've done a couple before, we continue to deal with the families, but we kind of stay away from like the newborn stuff. I would love to be cool at that, but we're kind of one of those things where like we trying to get in where we fit in. And so like adults are a lot, are the big kids we like to deal with.
Okay. Well, you said so many interesting things that I think that would really appeal to the audience. So everything from working with your husband to balancing motherhood, wifeyhood, womanhood, and but something you said I wanted to touch on for creatives is understanding your superpower, because you said that wasn't our superpower. So what would you say as a creative couple powerhouse, what's your creative superpower?
Okay, and that was kind of fun to answer. And actually I'm gonna have to have my sidekick. Can I call my sidekick? Batman and he's Robin before he gets here. But no, that is actually pretty, oh my God, it's interesting. That is really hard because it's actually a lot funner to explain it with him, because I guess I knew what my superpower was automatically, but I didn't know how cool it was until I started shooting with my husband. And that being said is that I am creative by birth. I probably came out with glitter and if I could be a writer, I would write. If I could dance, I could dance. I mean, like every single creative thing I think you can put in a little human being, I think I wanted to be. And so the cool thing about him is that like he kind of tames it a little bit and puts it in like a direction. And so when we're mad, I call it oil and water. You like, so we're like oil and water. But I think my superpower is like passion. I would have to say like passion will be the one for both of us. We're very passion focused. And to go back to our family and us being a dual together, we're very family forward too. So like we don't look at our clients as if they're clients or strangers that we meet. We look at them as family. So it's like, for example, we date our clients, especially our wedding clients and stuff. We date them. If you do not see us as someone that can have dinner with you, I mean, I'll even go as far as if you can't invite us, if you can't call us and say, hey, I need a babysitter, something's going wrong, can you guys help out? That's what kind of relationship we build with our clients. So I guess it'll be more passion and family. I guess just the power of family. I guess if I can create that superpower, like we loved connecting with people, and we feel like that's the only way to really be. I don't know. I guess because we have such a big family that like, my superpower is a creative hippie, glitter jazz photographer.
That's really.
I think that's it. Family will have to be like. Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's really wonderful because I think in this day and age, when you're inviting someone to take photos of you, it can be really personal, and you're creating memories for your family that will last a lifetime, hopefully. And so that's really special to have that connection, and that is a superpower. And as creatives, we put our heart and our soul in our work, and it's not easy to just separate that. And I think that for many of us, it plays a dual thing. Like sometimes it's just so hard to put your work out there, and then because you feel like you're putting your heart out there. So what advice would you give to a creative who's kind of struggling with that fear of putting their work out there, or going out there and saying, this is what I do, and offering a service or offering their art? What kind of advice would you give them?
Oh, I actually still struggle with that right now. I guess it just all has to be about just faith and just believing in you. Like as long as it's true to you. And I think I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. I think the reason why it was hard for me in the beginning was because I hadn't honed in on what it is in the area of photography that I really wanted to do, or that I was good at. Because sometimes I think as creative people, like I was saying, we're not just creative in one area. It's not just one thing that piques or intrigues us. So I think that is part of where people aren't as confident as we should be. But once you figure out what it is that you're good at, then I guess that fear of putting yourself out there is no longer there, because it's who you are. So it's like it's always represented. So I don't know how to explain it in a sense. It's like, it's not awkward because it's who you are. And so like that way, if you're out there and you're talking about yourself, or you're just representing what you do, then it's going to come natural that people are going to know, oh, you're this, and this is what you do, and they'll understand it. But I think it's just more in that stage when you're first beginning to figure out who you are. There you go.
Okay.
That's the hard part. So he actually might be able to help you on that.
You want to introduce your sidekick there?
Yeah. You're dang, and I called him Robin, and then look what he shows up.
Oh wow!
And he's Captain America.
I'm big on superheroes.
We were talking about superpowers, and you show up, and so now I have to change my character. Isn't that funny? So would that make me then like Wonder Woman? Which one is which one?
Captain America.
I know
Captain America. There's
Superman,
isn't Black Widow on the team.
Okay, but Black Widow kind of sounds like I'm more of a Mother Goose, so I need someone a little more. We gotta
figure out the female superheroes here. Is Storm in that? She was maternal.
I know, like we can do something. Yeah, that's Mother Nature. Like I can go blue hair.
That would be awesome. Was it white? Did she have?
Oh yeah, white. We can do like a gray. We'll do like a gray color.
Yeah.
We'll get that.
I'm working on that.
Take two. We'll get that.
So we were talking about, honing in on what you're good at. So it'd be really cool if you could kind of explain the process that you went through to kind of find that place where you felt really confident and you found that place within the realm of photography. Because a lot of times we might think that within the realm of our art that it's just that art, like dance, but people kind of excel at certain areas of dance, even though they might love all kinds of dance. Like I love hip hop, but I tend to have a style towards like lyrical, even though I like hip hop. So like within photography, you mentioned that you have kind of gravitated towards weddings versus newborn. So can you kind of describe that creative process to honing in onto what, you know, you're super good at?
I don't know if I'm super good at one area. But in the beginning, for me, it was reading and studying and listening to other artists out there, and just learning the what I want to say, the obstacles that you're going to go through to get a great image.
And technique
as well. So I'm a big studier, and I think I arrived at weddings because everything just happens. And you have to be in position to capture as it just happens. And it's kind of a pressure moment, but I enjoy the pressure of that. So it's more natural. I don't have to be in control and be real posy. I think I'd suffer more at posing people. And so the action of a wedding and just catching those real emotions is what makes it easier and more comfortable for me, and challenging at the same time.
Do you think that the more you did it, the more you started feeling more confident?
Our very first one, I mean, like my armpits turned into faucets and I'm just sweating and it's just so nerve wracking. But after we got through that first one, end of the day, it was just such an awesome relief. And then to book the next one and get it going, it just got a little bit more comfortable. Now I feel much more in control and okay with the pressures that come, but even though it's exciting.
But you still get the jitters. I think if we were to show up at a wedding and not have jitters, I would not want to do it.
I'm more jitterless. I don't get the jitters as bad as she does. I'm always thinking prior to what we're gonna, I try to create this little map of how the day is gonna go. But now I know that, no matter how much you plan for it to go, it goes a little bit different than planned.
Say hi.
Hi.
So
Thank you for coming. Who's this little one?
Say hi. You want to tell who you are? Say, this is Arden.
Don't act shy.
Say, I am number 6. Yes. So you had to make your appearance. She was back there reading to her Care Bear.
Aw, I did see the Care Bear scooting on the couch,
Yes.
but I didn't see who was scooting it. I just saw the Care Bear.
It was reading time back then.
So let's thank you for sharing that, by the way, because I hope that's really encouraging to the creatives that watch this and are feeling jittery. I've been acting for 20 years. I still feel jittery when I go on stage, but it's like you said, I don't know, it's that passion, it's that wanting to do a good job, that's caring about your art, it's caring about the people that you're serving. So
that's what I think. If you're not jittery, then that means something is disconnected from it. And it's not, I don't want to say jittery like you're afraid, but just that rush of, excitement that you're about to do something that you absolutely enjoy doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's
well,
cool.
Yeah, so since I've got you guys there, I wanted to ask you about working with your spouse. I know me and my husband have collaborated on some plays, and when we first started together, it was like it was rough. But, you know, after the years have gone along, it's like, okay, now we kind of understand each other. And it's not like just working with a coworker. I mean, you're working with the person that you go home to every night, and they see everything. So what's it like working with your spouse?
You remember that line of oil and water?
Yeah.
I'll let him go into it a little bit more of it because it's fun to hear him say it. But I will tell you this. I used to didn't think we had anything in common. And he actually is the reason why we do wedding photography. He came and did the very first wedding with me. Well, I've done weddings before, but we did our first full wedding. We'll be celebrating 3 years in April. We celebrated our 3-year anniversary in April of the first wedding we did together. And I can't really explain it. It was we did the wedding. I had always told people I did not want to do weddings because I'm super girly. I'm a perfectionist, and I never wanted to miss anything. And I knew that a wedding, in my eyes, needed multiple eyes on that day. I just feel like it was so much going on and so many things that could be missed by one photographer. And there was no one else that I felt like I could trust that would be like me. And so even though my husband doesn't always portray that he's creative, but he's someone I trust with my life and with my children. So it's like, what other person, you know, could you do it with? And he was intrigued, like you said, with the technical side of things. And so we pulled off our first wedding together. Not only did our first wedding make us fall in love with doing weddings, but it made me like so girly. It was such a beautiful moment. It was such an awesome moment. Like, even though we were frantic and probably was crazy, and the images probably aren't as good as we are now, but it was at that moment that I knew, like, we found our common ground. Like I always tell people, I was like, we're oil and water. We still argue over who's the oil, who's the water. But that thin layer where they touch.
I'm Aquarius.
But the thin layer where it touches where we find our magic. And it's something about, I guess, because maybe we're married, and it's, I don't know, like, how do I say it? Because I mean, we would get into it before.
We could have a real serious argument.
Yes.
The night before, because of me being water and her being oil. I mean, so many things mix with water, but she just has to be oil. They don't want to mix. So I stopped trying to mix. And it's like, okay, let me stay in my lane and allow her to do what she does.
Mm-hmm.
But it's most important for her to do what she does, because I enjoy playing the background, and it just works out that way. She's more of a creative. She's more personal, and she's outgoing with people. So I don't have to be, and that's not my strong suit. So I mean, it plays perfect for me.
And he's technical, and that was we spoke different languages. Like, as a guy and a girl, we spoke different languages.
It was like, okay, we got the wedding tomorrow. What camera you want to use? What lens do you want to use? She's like, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
Me, it's based off of feeling. Him, it's based off of like logic. Like, okay, well, what do you want this image to look like? And I'm like, I want it to feel like. He's like, no. What do you want it to look like? I'm like, I want it to feel like fine. And, and he's like, that's not what I want you to say. So, but I will tell you this though, like, I think it helps with our marriage in a sense of communication. It helps with us, and he helps me a lot too, because like I said earlier, he kind of, like I said, I think I was a hippie that chased glitter rainbows, and he literally like can teach me to like stay focused and also not be selfish with my ideas, because I had noticed in the beginning that he wasn't coming forward with ideas that he had because he felt like he wasn't the creative one, or that I was going to knock it. And it wasn't that like I was knocking it. It was just like I'm always so focused in what I feel and do that I wasn't paying attention, that I was like dissing his stuff. Like, no, it doesn't. So I had to try to force him to come a little bit more forward and just do it. Like, if you do it, I'm going to follow you. But if you're going to ask me to do it, then we're doing it my way. It's like, I mean, it's unfair to say, but like when you're creative, you just get in that role and you do it. And so, but
let's go to that first wedding. Okay. I am watching videos all the way up until, as many videos as I can until the day. And I'm trying to figure out every setting on my camera because there's a lot of buttons and they all do something. It's there for a reason. How can this help me? How can I use this tool? And so I'm in charge of the procession. And these people are walking down. Either the shot is going to be in focus or out of focus and cropped properly. And the wedding starts, and I'm up here at the front, and I'm capturing, and everybody's in. The whole bridal party's in. The bride is getting ready to come down, and I'm looking at her like, where is she at? She done left me in here, and I don't do it. How you gonna do me like that? So I was totally nerve-wracked, and I probably performed better than she would in that certain position because, I had done a study and I was preparing myself for that, exactly how it was going to happen. And, it was just something that you would be at a slight disadvantage of being creative because you don't have any control over what these people are going to do when they come down the aisle. And it just, that wedding there, to get through that one it was everything. And to finally see what it looked like afterwards, it was a big relief that we didn't just bomb it.
Yes.
We never bombed the wedding. So that was awesome.
But no, yeah, I think us too, like I said earlier, with us being a husband and wife team, that's very appealing to people. And so that's kind of been part of our niche without us wanting it to be, I guess, our niche. So it's like people hear, oh, you already have a second shooter. Yes. And I'm like, it's my husband. Really? And I'm like, yes. So that kind of helps because then in a sense where I was telling you that we become family with our people, it's more like we become mentors almost a little,
right, so
that they can see that, husband and wife can do things together and it works out and you can be an awesome team. So even though we don't,
beautiful. I'm like tearing up over here. Like, it's just so beautiful.
Well, it's the real story.
It's the real so story. Cute.
Because I kind of experienced that, when we do like our later plays that we've done together, like we got to shoot a documentary together, and it's like you help each other grow as artists, and that's like not just, you get to know them a little deeper. I think I guess you and for your husband to allow his wife to shine in her gifts, it's almost like that working together allows you to shine because you're not the technical one, so you're free to be the creative one.
Yes.
And still handle business, and that's just beautiful. That's just, God is awesome. It's just really, and plus you have that other layer of, huh?
I'm the corny one.
I'm really corny too. And being able to mentor, a new couple, seeing, okay, we can share something that we love to do together, and that's great. And I feel like that's a testimony. I'm getting chills. I'm so weird. I'm sorry. It's just beautiful.
If the one thing that you do share together, even if you like to do it for different reasons, it's still something that you share, and it's very important to find out something that you can do together, whether it's a business or,
Oops, sorry, belly.
Just
I see the belly.
But at the same time, I do put in efforts in learning what it is she's good at and trying to get better myself. And so my efforts in being creative is to take a camera, and even though everybody gets to see, everybody's watching, there's an audience, they get to see it, but everybody in the audience is looking at it from a chair. So I try to find a way to take a shot of the happenings from a point of view that nobody else seen. seen it from. So, I like to shoot from the back, pointing towards the crowd, or I like to get somewhere up high or down low, or shoot through some trees, or something there to create.
I have to do that because now this is like a running thing for us now, because he has been called by a couple of our bride and grooms Spider-Man. I'm really freaked out about the superhero thing that keeps attacking. He literally, when he talks about like the different angles, yes, we've been called ninjas. We've been called Superman. He's been called Spider-Man. It's been everything, because he literally, I think people get more fascinated with how he captures the shot. Like we've had parents of like the bride and grooms who are like, did you see him? Did you see him get down on the ground? Did you see him roll? it's like a behind the scenes. Like I really need to do that. I really need to do like a documentary where like people like explain this one. And like I'm the creative one, but he takes my shine because not only does he look good while he's doing it, but like he's like acrobatic and so he really takes that part serious. So he thinks he's not creative, but I think he does some type of like interpretive dance and mixing together, and he doesn't know.
The goal is to try to create levels in the image. So not only is there a backdrop in the distance that may be out of focus that creates something, it's kind of like a painting that you just snap and you actually get when something's out of focus, but then you have near items that may be in slightly better focus, but then you have that pin sharp focal point of your subject somewhere in the frame, and I try to make sure it's not dead in the center all the time. If the focal point of my subject is maybe off to the left or to the right or somewhere high in the frame or low in the frame, just not the normal center. It's not standing inside of a photo booth. I really hate photo booth boxes. Like when we do our photo booth, I like to bring the backdrop every time. I just don't think it would be cool to get inside of a box with about 3 people and get it. Even though you get a printout, that's cool, but I just don't like that
scripted stuff.
Normal, yeah.
I think we could do a whole nother one on just like the technique of photography, a whole nother interview. So I wanted to ask you, about how you balance as a mom and a wife. Your face, looking at me.
I was like, who told us the answer to that?
How do you survive? How about let's change it to survive?
I mean, hit the staple easy button every day.
Nut house.
Embrace the nut house. Just embrace the nutsiness of it all.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, can you talk a little bit about that? You guys run a business together, and you have a large and growing family.
Oh my goodness!
And you're not choking each other right now. So how did you do that?
Because we're on camera and there's witnesses. And there's only one kid home right now.
Oh, wow.
It could take place after 3 o'clock.
No, yeah, after 3 o'clock, then you get to see real life. It'll be, what's that, like MTV Real Life, the Cannons.
I want to see that. It
actually is fun, though. But that question, again, I probably have a real definite answer for that when I'm 60 years old and have grandchildren. But because each of those areas of my life that you just said, wife, mother, business owner, I'm learning all of them, still learning right now. So I was looking for a cheat code. I thought you was going to hold up a cheat code with answers. So thank you. Please give me an answer. Can I have one answer for 500, Alex?
Yeah. I'm about to give you my secret.
Please, I need something. I need to phone a friend.
Can you see it? That's what I do.
Oh, yes. That is actually something that I do daily at night as they all snore and I can't sleep. and I go over and I pray over it. But no, I will tell you this. I feel like I got accomplished, mind you, this is number 7. I would say, this sounds so fun. Baby number 6, in between 5 and 6, I had kind of somewhat got us on a schedule where everything felt like, oh yeah. But then a growth spurt happened in my house, and middle school kids came in my house, and activities came. So like, you're asking me this question at a very tough time of the year. Because not only is this we have a new life coming. This is the middle of football season for 2 of them.
Wow.
This is birthday month. This is September is considered our Christmas month of the year because we have 4, possibly 5 out of the 7 who will be born in September. He still works a regular job.
Wow.
So it's all about scheduling and illusion and a smile. This is what gets you. This is what earns superpowers. It's right here.
I stay out of schedule.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do nothing with scheduling.
Yes.
I just make myself available and have energy whenever there's something to be done.
Yeah. I will say, I don't know. That is very hard. And actually, that's why I think we kind of touched on a little bit, because a lot of people ask me that a lot. And we were wanting to get into begin a family blog so that we can kind of like, I wanted to start the family blog because I think it would help me figure out what our schedule is and how we actually pull this stuff off. Mm-hmm. And then also just to kind of give insight to people, because people ask us all the time, and as cheesy as it might sound and as cliche as it might sound, we don't control this. Like it totally, even when it comes to people asking, how do you guys do it? Y'all have 6 kids? Really? Like in your house? From you? And I'm like, yes, from me. Like, how? And I'm like, God. Like, honestly, like God is my only answer that I can give people. That is my honest to God answer. Like, we have no idea how we do it. I will say this to all the people who know us, who will watch this. Thank you so much for making us feel like we do such a wonderful job at it, because our behind the scenes will probably be comical, but but it is not easy. It is, I don't know. I mean, it's
hard work.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's hard work, teamwork, compromise, constantly learning every single day. I will say that this year, though, I would probably say will be my most challenging year so far as a mother. Until next year. Well, no, I would say it'll be more challenging. Oh God, yes, because we'll have a high schooler kid. Oh God. Let me explain why, though, because the reason why I said this year is probably one of our challenging ones. Our oldest one is right now currently in 8th grade. He's about to transition over to high school soon, and that is why I say it's probably our hardest. Anytime he does the big leap to the next level, it's a little hard for me, because I know, like, okay, we have him, but then we have 6 others that are gonna do that. But he kind of challenged us this year because he opened our eyes to things that we really weren't prepared for. Like, we knew you know things that you're supposed to do as a parent for your child, but there's things that we weren't prepared for, as far as like his college career. He's an athlete, so we've been dealing with pressures of being an athlete, instilling leadership in your children. So it's just like things now, like, oh goodness, I never felt like a parent until I had a middle school kid.
My first one it's intermediate and junior high.
Yes. Right
now, so I'm just starting all that.
Oh goodness, yes. So you'll see. I don't want to scare people, but it's just like, oh my God, like they're like one step close away from adulthood. Like, so it's like you got to really hone in and make sure that all the things that you instilled in them and the examples that we set daily, or impact, they impact him, and make sure that we know, like, this has been, it's been the most challenging, I would say, because like I said, this is a big this is a big milestone for him, which makes it a big milestone for me as a mom. And yeah, you'll have to ask me like this question in like January when we're out of Super Bowl.
Have you thought about how much it takes to raise a family, work a job, run a business? If you want to run a business alone, you know, you have to know so much. You have to learn constantly, and you have to work constantly. So I feel like when it comes to the family, you know, Tasha teaches the kids to love people, to care about each other, and I teach the kids to learn and work hard. You know, that's the example I wanna give my kids, because if they're learning to love and care about people, and is always willing to work hard and continue learning every single day, they'll grow into great people. I feel like if I get to 65, 75 years old, and I feel like if I stop working, if I retire, that I'll pass away. I think if I stay busy and doing and working, whether it's, even though it's not going to a job, but you know, staying involved with kids and my family, and continuing to teach, then you know I will live longer than if I were to sit in a recliner and play video games or drink beer. You know, so I believe in working. I believe in working and learning, and that's just what I love to do.
Yes, but your answer did it all: pray, prayer, God. Mm-hmm. That's how we survive.
Amen.
Yes. until like some little magic pill comes, that is it. And I tell people that all the time, and they look at us and because I honestly tell people we wouldn't have our 7 children if God wouldn't allow it. We definitely aren't those people that just you know, or just having kids and just wanting to put them out there. But it's truly, if God has given them to us, we're going to take care of them. We're going to be grateful. We're going to be honored, and we're going to do what we're supposed to do. So
it's a good investment.
Yes. Yeah. One good way to stay out of a retirement home. We have 7 good homes that we'll be able to go.
Oh, yes. And lots of grandbabies to love.
That part, I'm probably about the only craziest young person who looks forward to being a grandmother. And I was like,
I'm right there with you.
See? But I said, like, even if the 7 had minimum 2 apiece, I would be the coolest bingo grandmother there is. I mean, seriously, like, I wouldn't even play bingo. I would be that pest that would show up at bingo and be like, she's bad. The grandkids. I would have them on hats, or I would have a fanny pack with pictures on them. You know, that would be me.
When your wallet like opens up with all the pictures.
Yes. They were like, she don't even show up to play bingo. I'm like, but let me show you these babies. That's the part I look forward to. That's why I have them, because I want to be a cool grandma. You see this? Because I need a cool fanny pack.
I always imagine those sweatsuits. I don't know if you remember from the 80s. That they're kind of like the rain just washes off them.
You have to find those.
And you just walk in all day in your sweatsuit.
We have to make a pact right now. We have to make a pact right now that we will find one.
Right.
With fanny packs and crack a bingo hall.
Right. All right. It's a deal. It's a deal.
Gotta pinky it.
Okay.
Promise.
Pinky promise. You got my vintage My Little Ponies.
I know.
It's the 80s one too.
There you go. The rest of the stuff was real.
Yes. They don't make them like they used to. Okay. Well, this has been a really, really fun conversation, and I really enjoy you guys sharing your heart and your experience. So before we end our cafe experience, I wanted you to share what some of the, if you want to, some of the future things you're looking forward to starting, and then where people can find out about your business or hiring you as photographers or just finding out more about you.
Okay. Well, the next step is to hopefully deliver this baby.
Get our priorities straight. Deliver baby.
Let's get that down. But no, we this year, this year we kind of slowed down because of the baby as far as for weddings. But I believe our confidence level, and we've kind of finally gotten into where we feel a little bit more comfortable. Like your question you said about people who don't want to put themselves out there. 2016 is our year to really promote and put ourselves out there. We kind of still solely right now have just been kind of like word of mouth or just kind of peeking. If someone says something about weddings, we're like, yeah, we did it. This year it's gonna be like weddings, like, boom, is what our plan is. So we plan to just hit the city, hit the market a lot more. Like I said, because we are a lot more confident. We've seen the result of what we do as far as our work and the relationships that we have with people. And I'll speak, I don't know if I'm speaking for both of us, but we love the feeling that we get from that. So definitely we're planning to hit bridal shows. We definitely want to market more. One project area that I'm looking forward to tapping into that I think will be also awesome, because like I said, we're family oriented and we love growing with our clients, is we're wanting to hit the senior market. So I'm not sure if I'm going to really introduce it next year, but it is definitely something that we want to do and take over, that we kind of have been planning in the background, because it also helps, like we said, grow with our clients. It gets us into a field where like they're not kids, but they're still hitting a fun milestone. And Anthony loves the athletic side of photography too. So we begin a lot of athletic seniors and kids that are involved. So we have a really awesome project outlined for that, which I think will be pretty cool. So just
seniors should be getting married within 10 years.
Yeah. So we do the high school, we can do the wedding, then we can do the newborn. But no,
got you from A to Z.
Yes, we do. And actually, and honestly, I know we're cutting it short, but like honestly, that is literally how we are with our clients. Like we've had clients where we've sent them off to college. We have one right now who's in tech school. We have one this one makes me so upset. He thinks it's cool. We sent off to the service.
Wow.
And so like moms are like, the dads are like, like no. So I mean, like we really literally, I mean, we have some where we have an anniversary party tonight for one of our couples that we're going to. We have a birthday party for one of the kids of the couples that we're going to. So it's like we really stay involved with our families and our clients, because I mean, we captured one of the most special days of your life, and I can't see us just showing up and like, hey, how you doing? Okay, bye. Never see you again.
Right.
This is why we say we date our customers, and it's all about our superpower is family, because that's how we are who we are, and that's how we become cool. So you'll see us out more, I guess.
I wanna start studying and learning video. I think video is cool. Now that would take quite a bit of time to really introduce into our business. I mean, maybe we'll do some sneak peeks here and there. But I want to train our second son, who already comes along with us,
for the
photo booth. Okay. I would like for him to grab the video and actually grow with that even more than I would. And he's also into music, so I could see near future investing in some DJ equipment for him.
We plan to be an all-around service, because, and we didn't get to really mention Quan. I know you mentioned him earlier, because like he shoots with us, and so because it's three of us, we kind of have that ability to do that, to have different areas of photography, which is pretty cool, which allows us to touch each base and not really feel like we're overdoing it or stretching ourselves thin. So that's one cool aspect of us being a family business with three different personalities.
Right. Wow. I mean, we could talk for so long about how your creativity affects your kids' creativity, and I think we're gonna have to have a part 2. Well, this might be part 3, because we did an interview like a year or two ago. But where can people find out more about you? Your company.
Okay. We will do. We'll start with all the cool, the hipster stuff. We do have an Instagram page.
Okay.
Which is Cannon Styled Imagery. Which is everything's about the same all across the board, which is the same as our Twitter. And you can also follow us on our Facebook fan page under Cannon Styled Imagery CSI. We also have a website which we're remaking since we're going through a remake on our own. But it's at www.cannonstyleimagery.com. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, right? Except for bumper stickers. We haven't got a billboard yet, but we'll work on that. But no.
With your whole family on it? That would be awesome.
I know, right?
Are you joking? No, I want to see that.
He's like, really? Don't put it past us. We probably would. Once this blog hits, I'm pretty sure we can. How vain our divas are. They probably would want a billboard. They'll be like, wait, really? We can be on a billboard? So that'd be a whole nother.
That would be so awesome.
We'll have to do one. We'll have to do a part 3 where you get to meet everybody because that's all in itself.
Yes, that would be awesome.
We can set up a video, do it in person. We need a long couch though.
With everybody.
We'll switch them out, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be fun too.
Lap them up.
You'll definitely get to see the ultra divas there who wants to take the spotlight. Who's gonna buy like 5 extra more minutes?
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to talk with me and share about your life and your creative journey. And we will definitely be, sharing this on different platforms. Okay. So that, you guys can share it on your platforms and that we can just get this message out to really encourage people who have a creative spirit and who have a creative dream to take those steps forward and embrace who they are as artists. So thank you so much.
Thank you. You're so cool.
Okay. I don't want to say bye.
You can only say bye with faith that we're going to crash bingo halls, okay?
What?
You can say bye knowing that we have a future of crashing bingo halls.
Yes, ma'am.
Got that. So see? Just say we're saying bye to prepare for our outfits.
Yes. And the next time I see you, you will be baby on the outside.
Yeah.
I'm working out all the time.
Yes, I hope so. Yeah. So we will touch, my lady.
All right. Bye.
Bye.